Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is David, this is David K Reacts, and today I am finally covering This Is Halloween, having been talking about it since before October. I'm very much looking forward to this. This is VoicePlay's rendition of the song, and it was something I wanted to try and cram in last year, and I ran out of time. And so I'm doing it this time. To be fair, my channel did start in the middle of October last year, so my Halloween content was limited. Yes, so this is something I'm very excited to see. I will say just straight up front, if I'm a little bit lispy or something today, I'm not sure. 15 seconds before I sat down to do this, I bit my tongue really hard. But this is my last, my last sort of major chunk of recording time in October, so I just have to go for it. I will be able to do a little bit more going forwards, but I just wanted to make sure I had all of this content ready. Plus, I might still be ahead of myself when we come out of October, which will make my life a lot simpler in terms of getting future reactions out. Anyway, yes, this is Halloween, of course, from The Nightmare Before Christmas. What is really frustrating to me, and there was nothing I could really do about it, but I found out while I just glanced to see if there was any information I should know about this song that I didn't know already. Other than it's sort of this great introduction to Halloween Town in The Nightmare Before Christmas. Yesterday, as I am recording this, yesterday was the 30th anniversary of The Nightmare Before Christmas release, the 12th of October 1993. I guess it makes sense to me, thinking about it, with the animation style and all that, that this was 30 years ago. But at the same time, how is this 30 years ago? That kind of breaks my mind a little bit. I didn't realize quite how old the movie is. And I mean, it's not really that old, it's early 90s, but, you know, I was 8. Just one of those weird things, I guess. Time creeps by when you're not looking. Anyway, you know, written by Danny Elfman, this is a classic. It really is one of those songs that I think has infiltrated popular culture, and it comes onto Halloween lists all the time, things like that, which makes complete sense because it's one of the most Halloween-y songs out there, really. So yeah, I don't have an awful lot to say about this one. Of course, it was on VoicePlay's Once Upon an Ever After album. If you haven't seen it, I do have, I'll post a card up here, I do have a reaction to the entire album, except for this song, because I knew this video was coming. I did say it was only a reaction. That's not entirely true. I ended up doing a reasonable amount of analysis, because I kind of can't help myself. There's just so much cool stuff to share. And there was some analysis done, which I won't shy away from. I say at the beginning of the video, yeah, there probably won't be much, and then there is. But not too much, because it's really going through the album from beginning to end and just sort of commenting on a few things here and there. So, yeah, I think that's about it. So, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. If it is, I'm going to watch this through from beginning to end, and then and just sort of comment and emote over the top of it, and then go back, watch it again, and that time I will pause, I will analyze and offer what commentary and analysis I feel I can based on what I've just seen and heard, and all that sort of thing. Please do like the video, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to decide how often you are told by YouTube that I have posted content. Usually 5 PM EST on a Friday, and then more during a theme month like we're in right now. And if you would care to, please do head over to buymeacoffee.com/David K Reacts, where you can donate to support the channel if that's something you would like to do. I think that's everything. So without any further delay, This is Halloween by VoicePlay. I'm loving this purple starting screen. I don't know where we're going with that, but it's just a great color. I like it. Oh, I always do that.
Happy Halloween! Sorry, we're all out.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Is this cursed candy?
Uh-oh.
I like the pumpkin display. Ooh.
Come with us and you will see this our town of Halloween.
Oh, I love what the harmony's doing.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
The chorus, I should say.
Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween. Everybody make a scene. Trick or treat till the neighbors die of fright. Everybody scream in this town of Halloween. I am the one hiding under your bed.
Oh.
Shop and eyes glowing red.
Now the thumbnail starts to make sense.
Hiding under your stairs, fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home.
Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
Is Lane turning into the mayor? The nose shape.
Round that corner, man, hiding in the trash can. Something's waiting out to pounce, and how you'll scream. This is Halloween. Aren't you scared?
Oh, the voices. Voice play. Literally.
Everybody scream!
Hearing a fishing gun without a trace. I am the who when you call. Who's there? Who's there? I am the wind blowing through your hair.
Oh, this is being. I love the gradual transformations.
Filling your dreams to the brim with fright.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween, 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 Halloween.
Nice touch.
Things everywhere. Life's no fun without a bit scare. That's our job. We're nodding in our town. That is our job and no enemy.
In this town, don't we love it now? Everyone's waiting for the next surprise.
Still the tic-tac might get you in the back there.
Scream like a banshee. Jump out of your skin. This is Halloween.
Oh,
Everybody scream.
that eye's a little creepy.
For a very special guy. Our man Jack is king of the pumpkin patch. Everyone hail to the pumpkin king now. This is Halloween.
Nice.
This is Halloween. Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home. Everyone hail to the pumpkin
Yes, Ellie. Nice. Okay, that's not creepy at all. Nice. That's very cool. Wow, they've done so much Nightmare. I'm just seeing the what's this link, and I know there's oh, the album artwork, as always, amazing. I know they've also done Kidnap the Sandy Claus as well. I didn't realize how much Nightmare they'd done. Can we at this point just dub the movie with VoicePlay songs? Feels like we're getting to that point. That's great. Oh, I really enjoyed that. I love what they did. The visuals of it are fantastic. Really cool vocal elements in there as well. We are, of course, going to go back and have a look at those. First thing, though, I'm just going to look at the credits and see what we've got there. Jack Skellington trick-or-treater Jude Cristofore. Is that a relation? I feel like a lot of the time they use relations or friends. Arrangement by Lane. Video Jeff. Makeup Andy Wright and Leah Forrestner. MakeupCA.com. They're new to me. I think. Have I seen any of their makeup before? I forget. Very good job, though. Steadicam work, production coordinator Kathy, Steadicam Andy Montejo, production assistants, of course. Album artwork, Rec done, yep, that makes sense. VoicePlay is, there is only one Earl Elkins, and he is not exactly human. Do not try to smash your skull meat with an axe. It will hurt. Okay. I will take that advice. I will not hit myself in the head with an axe. Duly noted. That's great. I really like that. I think it's nice. They've kind of done the usual thing, of course, which is they keep it traditional to the original, paying respect to it, but doing their own thing with it enough that it's clearly a VoicePlay arrangement. But, you know, they've kept that balance really nicely. And I think that's one thing they are very good at. And so it doesn't surprise me. I appreciate that. And yeah, let's go back and see what we can pick out. Oh, I saw the pumpkins. We have an Oogie Boogie pumpkin. And is that a Jack pumpkin? Maybe? Underneath the V? It's hard to see. I think it probably is. This costume's great, by the way. I caught it on the way past and thought I'm going to stop as soon as I see it. That's really cute. And what a fun part to play. Just come in and drug the adults. Goodness. I enjoy this too. I should have worn a onesie. I feel underdressed at this point. This is entertaining. This is a nice bit of setup. I love that they've given a conceit why this song is happening and why what happens in it happens to them. It's a nice touch. It feeds into the storyline element that VoicePlay is so good at putting into their songs. And even though it's just there's not much to it, it just gives us something to get us into the world. And so this, you know, kind of other realm where everything goes on for the rest of the song has a rationale, a reason to exist. And that's nice. I like it.
Sorry, we're all out. Oh.
Given that it's trick or treat and the treats didn't come, how do they not know this is a trick? Just putting it out there, you know? Also, the faces on these onesies are amazing.
Thank you.
I love that we go into this world through the percussion. And unless I'm much mistaken, Lane's the first one to go. And so it makes sense that he's the first voice that we hear. That's a nice touch. He just gets knocked down like an elbow hit from Ellie. And just drops. But yeah, it's smart. I think there's a logical thing there to have Lane be the first one to pass out. And therefore he's the first one that we hear. Or more likely vice versa. Hey, we're starting with the drums. Let's knock Lane out first. Very logical. Now what do we get on the details? Okay, so it was a Jack pumpkin. It was an Oogie Boogie pumpkin. Is that a knocked out? I never know what is that face, like dead face or knocked out face, the one with the X's. VoicePlay pumpkin. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see where I'm pointing. Up here. VoicePlay pumpkin, that's cute. I like this. This is cute. So many different pumpkin faces. They must have had fun carving these. Probably took a while too to get them all right, but it's excellent use of a way to set up the set. Having lots and lots of faces already present kind of adds to the feeling that this is sung by the chorus of the residents of Halloween Town, without having to have that many people on set. I know it's just the two skulls that they have sing at a later point, but you get the vibe of more characters because we're seeing faces. It's a really cool setup actually, and I love this kind of tall stack of pumpkins in the centerpiece.
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange?
That chorus point there, I loved this so much. Boys and girls of every age. Lovely. One, it's nice that they're singing the first line, so it ties in together very well. Two, I love the choice to have boys and girls. Very short. Those words are quite clipped. And then every, that long note after that to give us a change in texture that's being provided by the harmony at that point. That's really, really nice. Going back on that.
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see this.
Oh, and the come with us, that descending chord sequence there. I say descending chord. Some of the notes are staying the same, but there are notes that are changing down to shift the chord underneath. That is beautiful, that change there.
Something strange, come with us and you will see. This our town of Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night.
It's just, they're using... This is a very, very comprehensive, holistic sound. You've got chords, you've got rhythm, on top of this fantastic beat that Elaine maintains throughout this. But it's also harmonically and melodically all gelling so well together to create this very cool effect at the beginning. It almost feels like there are more people than there are, because you have this set of parts at the back that are creating this harmony that thickens and narrows again, and so there's a lot of flex in the harmony of this, and it's giving it a very full sound, fuller perhaps than it truly is, because of the way that they've put all of this together. And I really, really like that. It's a perfect choice for something like this, because it allows them to add in those chromatic descents. You get this little bit of kind of the creepy, the darkness, Oogie Boogie's going to come up behind you and go boo, and all this sort of thing. It plays into what they're doing really well. Oh! Sorry, I just saw, is this a spooky, scary skeleton back here? I feel like that's the style of that. Or is that the... It's also got... There's a scene from Corpse Bride, isn't there, where they have skeletons, a skeleton band. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, that distracted me for a second. But yeah, there's just this flexibility that they've given themselves in the way that this has been harmonized that I'm just really impressed with. It's doing a lot. There's hard work happening there to make this song really, really, chorus-like, even with just them as a group. Maybe some double tracking going on to increase the thickness of the harmony a little bit, but it's, not 50 people or however many sing in the original.
This is Halloween, pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween, everybody make a scene, trick or treat till the neighbors.
Oh, such fascinating. So Ellie's sticking mostly, there's some interesting rhythm coming up here, but is sticking mostly, if I remember correctly. Now I did not listen to this song prior to watching this, so I haven't had a reminder of exactly what it sounds like. But
Halloween, everybody make a scene, trick or treat till the neighbors die a fight.
That, if I remember correctly, is spoken. But I love what he does there with the neighbors die of fright. The little rhythmic pull there, very, very effective. But the places that this harmony is going are fascinating. It's making... I think because they're doing more harmonic movement than there is in the song, it's giving it this sort of... It's going places. It's got an interesting momentum to it that might not be there if they'd stuck strictly to what was in the original, which of course they wouldn't do. That's not VoicePlay's way of doing things. But it's working really well in their favor with this, I think. I want to go back on that section one more time because I was focusing on half of it, essentially, because there's so much to take in.
Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween, everybody make a scene.
Even there as well. This is Halloween. It's abrupt, it's short, they're changing everything up all the time. There's always something new to listen to. Very good at engaging you. At the same time, potentially, we're not being given a lot of time to settle into something. But they're not settled. They, as the group, they're in this weird world. They don't know what's happening. They're still looking around a little bit mystified. They don't know they're about to start changing into the inhabitants. It's all kind of playing into the story that they've put into this song. And I think that's the thing, is they've adjusted the song. Well, I imagine what happened is they maybe came up with an arrangement and then had a video that fits it. But the song fits the story that they're telling really, really well, even though and it's not the same story that is told during the song as it stands in the movie.
Trick or treat till the neighbors die a fight. Everybody scream in this town of Halloween.
I love when you start getting this playing around with the voices, and the Nightmare videos, if Oogie Boogie's song is anything to go on, this is a really good opportunity because there are so many voices in this. If you watch This Is Halloween, I forget how many variations there are, but don't the vampire chorus, when they are seen, they sing quite high? Like, there's lots of different levels at work in that original song, and they're enabling themselves to do that by putting on voices of characters. And as we hear right now with Jay, it's not necessarily the one person isn't adopting a single voice. It's not like they're doing the Oogie Boogie thing of, right, okay, you're Zero, so you're going to sound like this. You're Shock, so you're going to sound like this, that kind of thing. Well, Zero beatboxed, but you know what I mean. Jay goes really high here and then goes back to more of his normal voice. And I really, really like that interplay that they have, not only with each other and the voices that they're putting on, but with themselves and their own voice. That's really, really cool. Excuse me for 1 second. I'm going to cut right here because my phone has buzzed about 19 times in the last 30 seconds, so I'm guessing this is probably important. Okay, back. Sorry about that.
Everybody scream. Die a fight.
That's so high, too. I feel like we don't hear Jay go as high as often, but that was incredibly high. I love the surprise and the shock at what just happened to him. It's quite the expression, actually. But yeah, that's very high for him.
Everybody scream in this town of Halloween.
I love what they've done there, too. I think what they've done is they've double-tracked him and post-processed one track. I might be wrong about that, but we're still getting this quite clean in this town of Halloween, whatever the melody is. But we're also getting that ethereal sound. It's also drifting off, panning right in the audio, which is another great choice, of course. Playing with spatial audio is really potent when you're doing something like this, and they're really good at doing that.
Everybody scream in this town of Halloween. I'm the one hiding under your bed. Teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red.
The flash of the red eye. I missed that first time around. I love that Earl does this with his voice. It must actually be quite... Like, he's obviously got a way of doing it that is safe. But that feels like it would be quite hard work on the voice, having something, because it's very swallowed and restrained. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but when I'm trying to mimic that, that's a lot of work going on inside here. I've no idea exactly what he's doing. Maybe he's doing something simpler, that just works better for his voice. But regardless, these are tricky voices to put on and maintain, so I'm impressed with what they're doing with this.
I am the one hiding under your stairs. Fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair.
And Jeff's just like it's like he's increased his resonance somehow, which is already an impressive resonance. But this darkness down here in his voice, it's a powerful voice he's put on there. And I like it because it's a complete contrast. This is, again, we have contrast. Jay does it within himself. We have the little squeak, and then all of a sudden he's back to his normal voice, and then we get this very high-pitched, restrained Earl, very closed off and very high, and then we get this deep, booming bass from Jeff. And we're getting this up-down, up-down, up-down contrast of the styles of sound that we're hearing from them, which is great.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween.
Oh, the laugh that shifts from left to right. Looks like I'm doing right to left on the screen because I'm backwards, but you know what I mean. That's really cool. And I love this Halloween, 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 Halloween. The way that they've harmonized that, the way that they pitch it. So it starts off kind of quite high and waily and then comes down a little bit. Really, really nice. I love what they're doing here.
Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town.
Oh, what was that?
Halloween, Halloween. In this town.
Oh, that's cool. And then it just drops away. It's like we're getting this little instrumental for a second and then it's gone. That's really cool.
Halloween, Halloween. In this town we call home.
Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
Woof, nice. And again, this lovely entry. I love that they just pull back there.
Everyone.
In this town we
And now Lane and Jeff both sound like they've got, they sound like they're underwater almost. This very subdued EQ that's been put onto them that's pulled them right down so that the focus is entirely on the three voices. They sound almost separate from the other two.
call home.
Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
In this town, don't we love it now? Everyone's waiting for the next surprise.
I love that they're exploring what's happening to them, this uncertainty, touching the nose, the throat, trying to figure out what's going on. Taking off the glasses is a lovely touch. That's a really good one. But it's great. We see what's happening to them. They explore it at the same time we do. And so we're seeing their confusion and their fascination, and it pulls us into that same feeling.
Round that corner, man, hiding in the trash can. Something's waiting out to pounce, and how you'll scream.
I love that the highlight light in this, and I just picked up on this, is blue. So we're getting the highlights in the darkness. We're getting dark highlights, essentially. And Earl...
Waiting for the next surprise.
Round that corner, man, hiding in the trash can.
Earl's even got a hair light that's coming blue. Like, this is really effective. We've got there's very normal lighting techniques that are being used here, but they're being used with a different color to what we might expect. We're not getting that white hair light. We're getting blue. Everything's being thrown off slightly. It's really nice.
Things waiting out to pounce, and how you'll scream. This is Halloween. Aren't you scared? That's just fine.
Oh, so many voices. I love this. And I love that the little whistle that Lane does through his teeth there. Won't you stay? Stay? I don't know how to do that properly. But so much play going on here. And they're, I like the fact that they're flitting through so many different sounds. It keeps it interesting. It makes it feel like there are so many more people present in this video than there are. If you're just listening to this, you're getting a lot more characters than the number of people we can physically see in this video.
Say it once, say it twice, take a chance and roll the dice, ride with the moon in the dead of night.
Everybody scream! Everybody scream!
Again, like this, the change in pitching and style of voices that we're getting, going from Earl to Jeff again. Those two, I'll always pick on them when that happens, because Earl is so high and Jeff is so low. It's always going to be such a contrast when that happens. It's very, very effective, and they use it very well.
Everybody scream! Everybody scream!
I love that the tearaway face becomes Earl's hair disappearing. You have to wonder if Ellie's going, see what it feels like. I don't know. But I also enjoy that they're both poking fun at each other and sort of saying, hey, look at what's happening to him. Like, the interaction between the two groups of Elaine and Jeff and everybody else is also very entertaining. They've kind of created a story within a story there. The angle, the fact that they're both doing the same thing, That's brilliant. That is so good. That subtle shift to two bald guys with facial hair doing something very, very similar. That's great. Really well done. I didn't catch that shot first time. That's brilliant. I love the sort of, yeah, you've got a thing there. This change, these shifts into the characters are really cool. And I love the fact that because we are flitting between characters, we have these opportunities to see them evolve without it having to happen practically on screen. Or with CG. We don't have to watch Ellie's chin grow or Earl's hair fall out. We take a shot of him losing some, we cut away to somebody else, we cut back and even more of it's gone, or it's all gone. These changes happen gradually without being incremental on screen. We're not seeing, we're seeing snapshots of the changes. And it's actually really effective because we're cutting quickly enough, we're still getting the sense of passage of time. But they've made it very practical for themselves to realize, and the changes themselves are excellent.
I am the shadow on the moon at night, filling your dreams.
I just realized, had he done Oogie Boogie by now? I can't remember when that came out, because that's Oogie Boogie's line, right? I think, the shadow on the moon? If I recall correctly. I haven't seen this for a very long time.
I am the shadow on the moon at night, filling your dreams to the brim with fright.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween.
Oh, so many cool things in there. I love this slight chromatic climb.
This is Halloween,
To the brim with fright.
this is Halloween, this is
Oh, there's even more going on than I thought. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. But it's like a cadence, essentially, going from one chord to the next, but it's not, because we're going other places underneath.
To the brim with fright.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Underneath, climbing down, chromatically going in two different directions. We go up slightly less than we go down. There's a bit more motion there, but it allows for a little bit more consistency up top, while the changes underneath alter the tonality for us and allow us to go places. And then there's a crazy bass line here, I think.
Brim with fright.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween.
Bum, 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 bum. Whatever that was. That was cool. I've no idea what it was, but I like it. And again, little bits of momentum, and it's not sort of super up the front, because the Halloween, Halloween is what we're really listening to, but you're just conscious in the back that something's going blah, 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 blah. And there's pace there, there's a rise and a fall, there's constant motion in this. It really doesn't stop. It pulls back a little and then goes again, but it never stops. It's there's pressure at all times. I like that.
This is Halloween, 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 Halloween.
Oh, there again. Bum 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 bum. That's really cool. They're taking this many places, and that's what's so interesting to me. And I think again, it's enabling it to be representative of more characters and a bigger kind of ensemble than is really present. And I like that. That's impressive. And there we get this lovely thing where we go back to the melody, except it's all it's way up there, and underneath you've got this boom, 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 boom. So we've got huge separation between bass line and melody now, which is so much more than we had at the beginning of the song. At the same time, the height and the slightly kind of clashing chords put tension in the top. The pace and the constantly shifting pitch of the bass put tension in the bass. We're ratcheting up the tension at every level. Very effective. I also love this shot's great. We have Ellie in the center. I realize now, of course, he's become the mayor. And then the two either side of him. And then the rhythm section set back. I love that Jeff looks like he's playing a bass guitar at this point, which of course is very appropriate to what he's doing. But they've kept this division. And with the way they've done the lighting and the color of the clothing and stuff, and the way that the lighting is kind of focused on Ellie, you've almost got this triangle of Ellie at the front, Jay and Earl just behind, and then Jeff and Lane behind them. And it's a really effective shot. I love this. And these kind of beams of color separating out, so it's not clean light. It's not a perfect, just, you know, that sort of cartoon spotlight effect where it's just a cone. There's layering to the light as well. This is extremely well done. I'm just going to pause for 1 second while I check something. Okay, I got partway through this and realized I'd answered my own question. I was trying to figure out who Earl is becoming, but isn't there a character who actually has an axe in his head in The Nightmare Before Christmas? And so we actually... this is Earl's origin story of his character. Sorry, I just had that thought and it entertained me. Anyway, back to where we were. Who is Lane? Because the nose made me think mayor, but I realised, of course, that's Ellie. Jeff is a vampire. Earl is the guy with the axe in his head. I'm pretty sure there's like a werewolf in this, right? But who is Ellie? I'm trying to remember if any of the core characters, like Lock, Shock, or Barrel, had horns. Question mark. I'm not going to waste too much time on that, but somebody let me know if I haven't figured it out by the time I edit this, in which case I'll put a note into the video. But anyway, yeah. I love this sudden shift. The visual of them just with the tilted head is a little unsettling, and I like that. But also this sudden shift into very rapid, kind of high-pitched singing from the three of them is fantastic.
In this town, don't we love it now? Everyone's waiting for the next surprise.
I love that there's this build-up to the Jack in the Box going off, and I expected it to be, the first time I saw it through, I thought he was going to go, everybody's waiting for the next surprise, or something like that, and he doesn't do that. It's just everything else carries on. There's just the gesture, and nothing else has really changed, and I love that it's just, things like this are normal in Halloween Town, so why would they be surprised? Makes complete sense.
We love it now. Everyone's waiting for the next surprise.
Skeleton Jack might get you in the back again.
Scream like a banshee. Jump out of your skin. This is Halloween. Everybody scream. Please make way for a very special guy.
I love the fact that I don't mean this to do him a disservice because it's all great, but I love the fact that Jeff is just more Jeff. Excuse me. His character is... I love what he's doing with his character. He's actually doing some really cool stuff with it. But it's, you know, his voice has deepened and broadened a little bit deliberately by choice, but he hasn't had the massive change that the others have had. And it actually works because it enables his baseline to be consistent throughout all of this. He doesn't... If he morphed into a character with a really squeaky high voice, somebody else would have to drop down to keep a baseline in, or, well, they could double track it and have it in the background. But this way, it allows him to be in, you know, present in the position of being the bass without breaking the illusion there. Really nice choice.
Everybody scream. Please make way for a very special guy. Our man Jack is king of the pumpkin patch.
Everyone hail to the Pumpkin King now.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
That chord! Oh my goodness, it's great. This is Halloween! Where are we there? Bum, bum, this, bum, this is Halloween. That's a major 7th? I think.
The Pumpkin King now.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween, 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 Halloween.
It's kind of hard to tell because we go all over the place. I'm not 100% sure now. If I can figure that out, I will make a note. But what I do love is that chord is so clearly, you know, this is suspenseful and tense and completely unfinished. It's such a lovely chord to hang on for so long, and you want it to resolve, and it doesn't. Or rather, it does, but it doesn't resolve anywhere satisfying. We resolve into this key-changing Halloween, 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 where we go all over the place again. We don't settle. There's nothing settled about this song. The pressure's been on, the momentum has been there since the very beginning, and it's not stopping.
This is Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town.
Again, that lovely kind of... and then it just gone as we drop back to this trio again. Such a great effect. I love that they repeated that.
Halloween, Halloween. In this town we call home.
Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
Oh, I love the just gentle... It's not over-exaggerated. That expression is great. Just the gentle cross-eyedness and the slow effect. You know, that could have so easily been overplayed, and Earl keeps it just restrained enough. That's great. And then I love... What is Ellie doing here? My goodness. I remember this from the first time through, because holy crap, this is impressive.
Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
Did he have that on for like 10 seconds without breathing? Yeah, he snatches a breath right there. That's 10 seconds of this strong, powerful, sustained high note that's moving. I mean, I say, you know, there's not one note, it's two or three. But that's... I love the control he has over this. It's so good. I'm not surprised by it. I know that Ellie has incredible control, but it's still fascinating to see it happen.
Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
I love that we're getting this slightly slowed down la, 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 la in the background here. It's so effective. It gives us a moment, and what's so nice is it gives us a moment for everything to slow down for the briefest of seconds, 10 seconds, while Ellie has this forceful sound, this wail over the top that keeps the tension in place. It enables everyone else to take a step back for a second, and we get a different texture to the song for the duration of this. This is really cool. What an ending! Wow! This is... That's such a cool way to end a song. It's not what you expect. It's done really, really well. It's powerful. It's powerful. And even while the chorus is doing less, it feels like everything is bigger. And then we get that dissolve into the laughter. And then this final look at our Jack Skellington trick-or-treater here. And that flash of blue. Ah! Oh, that's wonderful. I enjoyed that very much. Great job, guys. I knew they were going to do something weird with it. I knew it was going to go somewhere cool because that's what they do, and it went somewhere really cool, and I'm really impressed with that. That was excellent. I really, really enjoyed that. Hope you did as well. Their coverage of Nightmare stuff is so good. They obviously have a love for the source material, and it shows in what they do with it. It's also just so great. It's perfect Halloween material. It enables them, what I think is so good about Nightmare Before Christmas stuff for them, it enables them to do so much with the story. Oogie Boogie was a great example of that. So much storytelling through that video, even though it was just 5 guys surrounding a dude in a chair in a fairly empty space. They did a lot with that. Similarly here, it's 5 guys walking around a stack of pumpkins figuring out what just happened to them when they got drugged by a kid. And yet it's really effective, the way that they play it all out. They examine what's going on, but within themselves, between each other, and in the situation that they're in, and we get all these different takes on that, vocally, visually. It's really, really cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Thank you so much for joining me, especially if you're still here. I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe I brought some new thoughts to you about cool things in here. I hope I did. That's my goal with these videos, is just to share the awesomeness. And hopefully put a new perspective on it. Please do like the video, hit that subscribe button. If you would care to be notified when I'm posting, hit the notification bell. Or you can turn them all off. That's fine. Subscriptions still count for a lot. And if you would like to, please do head over to buymeacoffee.com/DavidKReacts, where you can donate to support the channel if that's something you'd like to do. That's it for now. And we're going into the final week of Halloween month next week. There's going to be a video coming out on Tuesday, which of course is the 31st, which is delightful. I'm very glad that that worked out with my schedule. And I might, we'll see how things go and how my timing goes. There might be one more Halloween video on the 4th. Third? On the Friday. Just depending on how my timing goes. We will see how that works out. But yes, thank you so much for joining me for this. I hope that you enjoyed it. Take care. Have an absolutely wonderful afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is, morning that you're watching this. Take care. Have a good time, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.